In this video, I'm just going to revisit how we can sketch a quadratic function when there's a domain restriction. So just a quick review of how to sketch a quadratic function when there's a domain restriction. So let's say, for example, I have some function g of x, and it's equal to negative 3 x plus 1 squared plus 2. And the domain restriction is x is less than negative 1. So the first thing you should do when you sort of sketch a quadratic is determine the vertex. And so right away we can determine that the vertex is negative 1 and positive 2. So it's negative 1 here and positive 2 here. So that's basically our point. And the thing is, because this is a vertical stretch by a factor of 3, but it's negative, which means it's facing down. So I'm going to draw the full thing first. I'm just going to face it down right there and face it down right there. Oops, maybe that's not to scale. But, you know, face it down like that. Anyways, it's facing down. Next, what we're going to do is incorporate the domain restriction. So if you observe right away right here, the domain is x is less than negative 1. And when x is equal to negative 1, the y value is 2. So we don't need to determine the y value because it's pretty much the vertex itself. And since we know it's less than, we know that clearly this has to be an open circle, cannot be in a closed circle. And since it's less than negative 1, we have to eliminate everything to the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to erase everything to the right of that. And then if I asked you what is the domain and range, now this is really simple, just from the graph. The domain is x's element of reals, and we already are given the domain, so x is less than negative 1. And the range is y is element of reals, and y is less than 2. All right, so that's really it. It was just a quick refresher on how to sketch a quadratic function with a domain restriction. I'll see you in the next video.